What's up, guys? It's Tiger Arcade, and today we're going to be talking about this reel-to-reel right next to me. It's an Akai tape machine, reel-to-reel style, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to record with it. I'm going to be using some synthesizers, and so you guys can just observe, or if you're curious and you want to do it yourself, you can follow along. These things are kind of foreign to a lot of us. It's considered vintage gear now, and although some of you may have used these before, a lot of us haven't. And so my intention with this video is to hopefully educate and show you guys how cool these things really are. You need to take into consideration this is fully analog. You're recording onto tape, you're not recording digitally, but I'm going to be playing it back for you guys. Obviously it is going to be digitized because there's no way for me to, other than sending you guys the physical tape, there's no way for you to hear it back in its original purest form, but this is as close as it's gonna get. So in this video, to keep that in mind, to kind of break it down, if you've ever seen a VHS or a cassette player, they have two reels. One is the one that has all the contents on it, and then it plays it, or it feeds it through a head. This reads it, and then it goes into the take-up reel, and then you can rewind, fast forward, all standard typical stuff on any tape machine. But where it starts getting more interesting is ones that have additional features, like, this is gonna sound crazy, but pause. That's not on all of them. To have multiple channels, tracks. And so throughout a lot of time, people have had fun experimenting with these, like the name tape delay, that comes from these reel-to-reels. If you plug it in a certain way and have a certain amount of tracks, you can give it a delay effect and play with the feedback. It's kind of cool. This one you can do that with. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to be showing you guys how to record on it. On this one in particular, I have plugged into the mic or the microphone inputs. I'm plugging my instruments into this instead, and this is actually going to be all in my Moog Matriarch, and then I'm feeding other instruments into my Moog Matriarch. If I wanted to, I could plug it into the back, into the input, but they're RCA cables, so you'd need an adapter, and then it also has an output in the back. So the output in the back is RCA, and that's what's going into my audio interface and then into my DAW. Again, back to the reel-to-reel itself, you have a variable tape speed. This one has 7.5 and 3 3/4. I'm going to be recording onto 7.5 because then that will allow me to slow it down if I want, rather than speed it up, because sometimes it's really fun to listen to things slowed down. These are like your monitor levels, for each channel. It says microphone, but again, I'm not using it for a microphone. So you can adjust the levels, because this guy right here is how you monitor your levels. It's a volume meter. You just want to pay attention to that. I mean, you'll start hearing it become distorted quite fast and easily, if you have your dials up too high. So this side over here is if I was running it, through the RCA cables in the back. It also lets me choose the mode of, how many tracks, 4-track or 2-track. And yeah, let's get going and power this puppy on. Got a power button right here. The other thing you guys might want to know is how to feed the tape onto here. I'm fortunate enough to still have the original owner's manual, and so that's how I've learned how to, use this to the full extent. But yeah, it's usually, you feed it through your head and then up and around this ball, because this little wheel will push it against this and then start feeding it through. To record, you will hold this button down while twisting it all the way to record. Something else kind of quirky is play is not called play, it's called forward. So that's something that might throw someone off if they've never, had experience with this. They're like, where's the play button? It's forward. Fast forward is over here, and rewind. But forward means play, or in the manual, playback. So let's give it a go. Let's record onto it. Again, stereo is going into my synthesizer. We can monitor the levels here. And then again, the output is feeding into my audio interface, and then I am recording it in my DAW. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys found this video useful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content. I'm curious what you guys thought about this. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. And we will see you guys next time. Peace.